Ian, what came first to your mind when you became a crypto millionaire? Oh man, those, that's a throwback. I would say so. We became millionaires because it wasn't just me; it was me and my other friends who got into crypto at the same time. When I was in Tokyo, Japan, because I quit my job at IBM when I had quarter of a million in crypto, so 250,000 US dollars, and I became that was September 2017, and I became a millionaire December 2019. I was in Tokyo, Japan, on the first leg of actually no, on the second or third leg of a crypto world tour. I looked at my portfolio because we were there hanging out with the Telcoin team because they were hosting us in Tokyo. It was me, Han, Ugo. Looked at my portfolio. I said, "Whoa, seven figures!" And it was really it was I cried tears of joy because it was beautiful. Looking at the phone and saying, "Mama, I made it! Seven figures, 1 milli!" Because it made me remind myself why I was doing everything. Because it's not just about the money; it's about the process. Because it really showed me that there was trust in the process. Because I told myself, beginning of the year, I was in Japan, because it was January. It was January 2018. I was on vacation in Japan, working for IBM, but on vacation, and I had to go on vacation and not tell my boss because of office politics. Because in my job in sales, we travel a lot and we work remotely. So my job was to be North America open source analytics sales evangelist. So I was basically an account exec and had customers all across North America. And I would help sell IBM software for open source analytics. So Apache Spark, Apache Hadoop, also the IBM hybrid cloud, selling software like NoSQL, databases, stuff like that. Anyway, right? So I would travel across the country from Boston to San Francisco to Miami. So I covered the entire country. So my boss, I'll talk to him like once a week on the phone. But other than that, I'm either working in hotels, at home, or going to client sites. So I told myself I could tell him I'm going on vacation, but I was already going through some issues with my boss where I had to complain to his boss, my director, and HR about it. And I said I don't want to give him any ammo because what if I come back and I'm out of a job? So I literally went on vacation to Japan and didn't tell anybody. And while I was there in Japan, some people, and because sales is very competitive, especially enterprise sales. So my team, who I thought was my team, they were trying to take a deal away from me, a deal that I went out there and cold called on myself. A deal with Staples, because we're getting Staples to buy some software from us. A deal that I got through LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the truth. LinkedIn for prospecting, for anybody out there in sales, works wonders. So, because my team wasn't letting me into my accounts. They were kind of hogging the contacts they had. So as opposed to waiting for them to welcome me in, I went through LinkedIn and got in behind the door. And I was able to close the deal, and now they wanted to take that deal away from me and sell other products that they get paid on. So anyway, essentially, long story short, there were lots of office politics and high pressure sales, enterprise sales for any company, but I was working at IBM. And I told myself, what am I doing this for? The money was good. I mean, I was making, my last year in IBM, I made over 400 grand. So almost $500,000 in my 20s, in my late 20s, making almost $500,000. So life was good. But I told myself, it's not about the money. Because at the end of the day, I was there in Tokyo, in the Ritz-Carlton. For anybody who's been to Tokyo, in the Ritz-Carlton, great hotel, 5-star hotel. I was there in the Ritz-Carlton. I was staying there on hotel points from traveling a lot with IBM. So I was staying there basically for free. And in my room, the wall is a window. It's nothing but glass. And I can see the skyline of Tokyo, Japan. And I'm like, this is beautiful. Because it's like 50 floors up. And imagine your window wall is nothing but glass. And you can see the skyline view of Tokyo. And I told myself, I'm loving Tokyo, Japan. I want to just stay here and explore. Because my visa to Japan was for 90 days. I told myself, Ian, You have everything. You're 20 something in your late 20s, making almost $500,000. There are people twice your age who would kill for this life. Yet, I didn't have control in terms of how I enjoyed my success. I had to fly back to America and get back to work. So that's when I told myself, yes, I'm making money, but my work controls my time. I don't really have freedom. I'm just a wage slave, right? I'm a slave to this income, to this salary. And I know people on Twitter have roasted me for calling myself a six-figure slave. But I mean, really, I was really a wage slave because it didn't matter how much money I made. Somebody else controlled my time. So that's when I told myself, you know what, by the end of the year, I'm going to be my own boss and make my own money. I don't care if I have to make less money because I made 400 grand that year, but I said, I'll be fine just making six figures, but having control of my own time, being able to tell myself where I can go and how long I can stay. So it was bittersweet when I made my first million in crypto that I was back in Tokyo. Everything had come full circle. And I said, wow, I'm not really a person who believes in fate per se or destiny, right? Because I always believe in being able to control my actions and what life brings me and being able to just have a positive attitude and being proactive. But I said, man, this was meant to be. Because it was beautiful being able to bring everything back to where it is now. So, my first million, it was beautiful. And then not only having success yourself, but all my homies with me, my day one homies, we'll go ahead because we all got into crypto about the same time. All of us made money and became millionaires. And we took a photo and put it on IG. And the beautiful thing about it was, let me see if I can pull up that picture on IG. Because we were three black guys who became millionaires through crypto. That was something, because we all know minorities haven't really had the best opportunities when it comes to making money or success. Now, whether you want to say it's due to slavery or colonialism, whatever, right? Regardless of what you think, we were able to hack the system. That's why my channel initially was called Hack the System. I'm pulling up my Instagram here. If you're on Instagram and you don't follow me yet, make sure you do. Let me see if I can find that picture. Okay, that's not it. Here it is. This is the picture on IG. Because this was from December 20th, 2017. I say the three of us went all in on cryptocurrency investing around March of this year. We treated this as a full-time job. Our goal was to make our first million before the end of the year. By September, we had all quit our jobs to focus on cryptos. By the end of the year, we all achieved our goal and earned our first million. 3 young Black and African millionaires, inspiring a new generation, breaking down doors and ceilings, while paving the way for the next generation. All thanks to crypto. So crypto changed my life. And not just me, but my entire team's life. And I think everybody out there who was here before the bull run, it definitely probably changed your life as well. If you're still in crypto and you haven't yet become a crypto millionaire, don't worry. Just put in the work. Because honestly speaking, the bear market wrecked almost everybody I know. I definitely don't want to sound like I'm invincible. Because I got hacked. I made $1 million. I got hacked for $2.5 million. Then on top of that, you add the bear market where almost everything in crypto fell down 90%. So as of today, in terms of my crypto investments, I'm definitely not a millionaire. Not counting stuff on paper like Token Metrics. Because Token Metrics, the company, the valuation is over $1 million, but that's not really liquid, and that also depends on investors and who buys the company, whatever. But putting Token Metrics, the company, aside, in terms of my crypto investments, I'm definitely not a millionaire. I'm actually in debt because I've put so much money. I basically sold almost all my crypto to build Token Metrics, the platform. So I bet on myself because during the bear market, I was like, man, I'm tired of betting on Sparksters and all these other and taking L's on these altcoins. I said, Ian, why don't you bet on yourself? Why don't you build something that you think will do well and something you think people need. So I'm basically all in on crypto and token metrics. But I mean, going back to being a millionaire, I mean, that experience, I mean, it's beautiful. Literally, you cry. And I mean, I'm not really one that cries a lot. I'm not really emotional. I mean, because I got hacked and I didn't cry. But when I made $1 million, oh man, I cried tears of joy. Because the blood, sweat, and tears that go into it. That's when it's like during the process, during the grind, during the hustle, you have the entire weight of the world on your back. Because you're not just grinding to make money for yourself. You're grinding for your family. You're grinding for your community. You're grinding to represent those people who didn't have an opportunity. You're grinding to inspire. That's why I call it hustle to greatness. I mean, because with me, like I was grinding to, like when I made money in crypto, I was able to pay off my brother's college loans. I paid him, I sent him a check for like 27 grand to pay off his loans. Like doing things like that. Being able to help my mama and my dad. I mean, I wanted to buy them a home. I didn't get a chance of doing that because I ended up getting hacked. But crypto still helped me with lots of other things. So, I mean, tears of joy. Tears of joy. It was a beautiful thing. If anybody out there who made millions in crypto, let me know what you think. Let me know what you did when you made your first million in crypto. If you haven't yet made your first million, let me know what you will do when you make your first million. Do you plan to retire from work? Do you plan to buy a home for your mom and dad? Do you plan to pay off your debt? For example, I know one other person on here. I don't think he wants his name to be said, but he's been with us since day one as a community member. He paid off over 200 grand in student loans for his wife. I think at that time she was his fiance. But I mean, beautiful things like that. So let me know what you will do when you make your first million in crypto.